Hello YouTube fans, here again, and welcome to Peter News. That's right, Peter News. Why not, why not? Now, good things happened this week. Sort of good, sort of bad, and a bit of meaning I'm curious. Now remember when I said to people, vote your council, vote your government, that being the tourists, and vote against Boris the Dollis. Hooray! Miracles happen. Because so many people voted against him, voted with his pace, Boris got a lot of stick. So don't buy this shit that he was haunted by three ghosts, just like Figgy Ebenezer. No. Don't think that he had to change the VAR and he looked at the stands and so on. I'll tell you what really happened, right? I'll tell you what really happened. Because of views, most of the people, I should say, who voted against Boris and went with the tourists, went against him with his plan B. He was going to do plan C, as we already know, right? It could have been another lockdown. Now, as you know, Wales did their fucking thing where they only allowed so many people to meet people, right? Apart from talking my dog. So he did that. They did it in Wales. So Boris, believe it or not, was going to do that. And he would have got his own way. That's what would have happened. We would have been not be able to see our mates. We would have been limited of who to see, what to do, wear face masks wherever you fucking go. That we do that already. And so on. So on. But because the tourists turned on Boris and said, Boris, get your act together, and so on, he sort of put the fear up Boris. So when he made that announcement that he looked at the stands and he's going to give us a Christmas, don't buy the shit that he got haunted by three fucking ghosts. The Christmas past, Christmas yet to come, Christmas fucking merry, and all the fucking ghosts went in fucking Ebenezer. Don't buy that shit. More like the tourists give him shit. So he made that speech, and now we're going to listen to it because you already know what I think about Boris the Dollis. So I thought, okay, this is interesting. Because he said no more restrictions in Christmas. So I thought, okay, let's do this. Maybe it might be interesting. Maybe it'd be a usual shit. And he said about there's going to be no restrictions, and he's looked at the data and he doesn't see anything to worry about. Boris, that's funny because you're going on about how many being obstacle, how many's got it, blah blah blah. So which one is it? Before I get looked at, say people are in obstacle. Yeah, I know people are in obstacle, but you've noticed there's nobody dying of it. There are a few in obstacle with it, but you notice there's only been one death. Very sad, but nevertheless. Adam Hill, see, so that's side effects on my fucking dog there when I mentioned Boris. It's alright to mention the name and it started howling. It's alright, Lucy, I know I'm not Boris, don't howl at me. But you see what I'm getting at? See what I'm getting at? That's my shit on my face. Boris, so the end of his face, no, more like the tourists fighting him. So he made this big announcement, and it leaves me thinking, oh, but the data. Now the data's gone up again and again and again, and leaves me thinking, is that fake? But you got your fear mongering scientists not learnt a fucking thing, and it fucking shows them not learnt a thing. But there's a bit now that's getting me worried because he says not into before Christmas. Now I know before the end of Christmas we're going to not be able to see our friends. They're going to have benches outside to drink beer. I've heard rumours today when I was at work we're going to have a 4-week lockdown. We're going to have a 2 fucking breaker. Right, I'm going to ask people this out of curiosity, right? I'm going to ask people this out of curiosity. I've seen what my dog was doing. How many people want a lockdown? Type this one up to me. I'm really interested. I mean, we could have a tea, we can dish a tea. You know, it's interesting how people's opinions, but I'm just curious. I'm curious. How many people want a lockdown? Now, if you want a lockdown, leave me on my testing. Yeah. That's me reasons. Just put the word yeah if you want a lockdown. And so many people, if you don't want it, just put the word no. Because I'm kind of interested and curious how many people want a fucking lockdown. Because I've seen a lot of testionnaires of this, and a lot of people saying no. A lot of people now are bored of it, so they're not fed up of it. They're not getting frustrated, just like me. They're getting bored, and they want to get on. I saw a mate of mine today at work, right? And even she said, why don't they just let us get on with it? Lockdowns ain't going to get rid of it. And I'm thinking, this is a woman, roughly about a little bit longer than me. And she fucking, you know what? She had more brains than Boris Johnson. She had more brains than Boris Johnson. But I'm just happy, and I'm grateful to everyone what voted for the Tories. If they would have done that and used the people who've done that, I dilute yous. And on that, I dilute yous. Because if you would not have done that, I can't hear it now, it was done like Wales, where you're so many people away, you got to keep your distance and all that, on something what is now considered mild. And it is mild. Yes, it's going up. You know why it's going up? Because the ex-debtors didn't check out how many people have got it. But people who don't know they've got it, and they're passing it, and it's not doing them any harms. But this is a different bit what's interested me. The ex-debtor, Mr. Taffy, that man who I just mentioned in this sticker, the Taffy, has mentioned them tablets. Remember them tablets I was talking about? What's supposed to slow it down? The vaccine tablets. He's now giving them to the old and vulnerable. So hopefully we might start seeing some fucking results. Hopefully. So it's one of them. Which one is it going to be? We're going to have a lockdown, or we're going to have a tiebreaker, is it going to be a strict prick next there, or is things going to improve? It's interesting. But enough of this, because I'm getting bored of hearing about fucking Carnarvon. I don't think about it, I don't have wet dreams over it, I don't jerk off it. I sooner go to work and do what I like doing. I do not want another fucking lockdown. I do not want to hear Boris bumbling fucking on. I don't want to hear them fucking fear-mongering scientists, because I hate the fucking sight of every one of them, the fucking vermin. I don't want to hear about the fucking news, because they're fucking full of shit and it's souls. What I want to do is just chill out and go to work. Anyway, let's talk about things I'm planning on doing. Now, I'm planning on finishing off my Wood Der Hour stuff about Wood Der Hour. I'll probably complete the Tismas stuff, and then I'll probably think of other things to do on the way. And I always say it, why not? I'm on a rock and roller. If there's anything you want me to talk about, just type it up. Or leave me a nice comment. It'd be nice to have a nice comment. And I'll be happy to talk about other stuff. I'm thinking about finding other actors to fence area I'm going to talk about, other topics, whether it's to do with poll times, whether it's to do with more politics, whether it's to do with anything. I'm a sucker for conversation. I am a sucker for conversation. But it just fucking... One of the people I found this out, man, fuck it, I'm on a roll, was Note for Ads, my man. And he told me all this. I heard it on YouTube, and he told me that Boris only had to change of heart because his peers tipped him shit and he was frightened and so on. So it's one of them. Is he going to go? Is he going to change the area of his race, which I fucking doubt. But I'll tell you one thing, if he does go, I definitely wouldn't vote Labour. Because in my eyes, Sir Starmer is a prime example of Labour used to be for the working man. Definitely not anymore. Definitely not anymore. But it's one of them, it's just fading as bad as what people are making it out to be. And, I'm just curious about that one. But I am going to talk about other things as well. Other topics, movies, and other stuff on the way. But into them, people, be smart, be safe, as my dog's going to say. See you later.